everybody. Welcome to Edmonton, Alberta, the home of the Oilers. Yes, once the city of champions, and they're ready to do that once again. Two teams looking starved for a win, and we are set to go. The Sharks have won the draw, and we are now underway. The Oilers look to start the transition game. Pass in front, and that shot's blocked. San Jose's ready to go on the attack, and that's broken up. Edmonton's got it behind the net. Passed up ahead, and he uses his reach to disrupt the play. From off the wall and onto a stick. Turned aside with the glove by Skinner. Goaltender covers up. We got a stoppage in play. We're still in the early stages of this period. Still looking for our first goal. San Jose's got it in the offensive zone. And that shot gets blocked by one of his own teammates. There's a shot, and that doesn't reach the net. San Jose's looking to break out. Handles the puck from the left side. Reaches out and uses the stick. Edmonton's moving it along the wing. Looking to make something happen along the boards. A chance! And that banks off a stick. The Sharks gain control of the puck. Good hit to bump him off the puck. Stones him in front. Oh, it stops him again.
He does a great job being set to position here. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to make that second save, James. But it's pure athleticism that gets the job done.
Knocks the puck loose.
Line change.
The Oilers gain possession along the wall. Edmonton's got control of it now from their own end. Fires it on net, and not much on that one. Good fight for the puck along the boards. And that's stolen, and they'll go on the attack. San Jose's gained possession along the boards. Back to the blue line. And that goes off a player in front. And now he moves it quickly to Brown. Hammers one from the point. Oh, how did he get a glove on that? What a stop by Beneček. More than half the period left to play. We've still got zeros on the board. Henrique's won the draw here, and they'll go on the attack. Absolutely levels him. Oh, puts it off the iron. Had the side of the net, but doesn't go. And he was ready for that save. Plays the puck up ahead. Moves it quickly over to Kapanen. Makes his presence known on the ice. The Oilers will play it against the boards. Moves it to the middle. Oh, and he comes up with a stop. And he maintains possession of the puck here. Fires it into the offensive zone. Edmonton's got the puck behind the net. Glove save. Oh, what a save. He stopped it. Wow.
Oh, that's an intangible effort that you can't teach, James. That's all about desperation and the will to stop that puck.
And as play continues, this place is still buzzing, and they're getting loud here now.
Well, this is all about fan appreciation for that huge save. And, man, does this ever feel good? You know, you feel it right through you when you know you've made that big save, and everyone around you is appreciative.
Here he is from the slot. Scores! Oh, that was a beauty.
Well, he's in tight to the net, James, and he knows that he's not going to have much time or space to get it off, so he elects to use the snapshot and beats the goaltender.
The Sharks are on the board here, and they have the game's first goal in the back half of period number 1.
Well, you can really see that they bought into what the coach said pregame, James, about being patient, trying to capitalize on their opportunities, and they do it late in the opening frame.
Gets the puck in deep. The Sharks gain possession. Centering pass in front, and he shuts down a great scoring chance there. And they'll go on the attack. Great pressure.
He gets to the shot off the most coveted area on the ice, right in front of the paint, doesn't allow the goalie to get set up and puts it home.
More than half the period has gone by. Hope you're enjoying this one. You can feel the energy in this crowd. It's a tie game. Puck scooped up by Thrun. The Oilers have it from their own end. Quick pass across to Brown. Moves it over to Bouchard. And uses the length of his stick to knock that puck away. Kunin's got it in the offensive zone. Swatted away with the stick.
Well, these are the saves when you know that your goaltender is dialed in, James. The ability to get to the top of the crease and be square to the shooter, that's a great save.
And it's a quick pass to Janmark. Hard hit frees up the puck. Quick pass to Sturm. Moves the puck along the half wall. Beats it over. Blocked in traffic. From one point man to another. Scores! There it is, the go-ahead goal.
And how good does that feel? You can see the Selly. The energy is certainly there, and now it's about dictating the pace going forward. Next shift, critically important. Coaches love these kind of goals, James. When you have sustained offensive pressure, you're wearing your opponent down consistently, whether it's the cycle or whether you're creating motion and lanes to the net. Everything they did was right here. You can feel this one coming. They finally convert on their chances.
San Jose's gone in front by a goal here in the first.
Well, I really like the way they've competed here, James. They get the go-ahead goal, but they got to find a way to continue to attack. You got to play with killer instinct, especially when there's so much time left.
Taken by Emberson. Dreisaitl's going to play it against the half wall. Moves it to the middle, and he denies that great opportunity there. Oh, a true warrior to block that. He's got the puck with all sorts of traffic around him. Oh, and that's just on the side of the net.
Well, this is a product of the game being so fast. James just wants to get rid of it and fires it wide.
Slides the puck over. Moves it to the middle, and that's stopped. In front of the net, and the goaltender covers up for a whistle on the play. The Oilers would love to go into this first intermission all evened up as they trail here despite outshooting the opposition. Good read by the winger as the two centers tie up. Scrum along the wall. And that's poked away by Arvidsson. Headman pass. Drives to the sweet spot. Gets a piece of it with the glove. Edmonton's got a hold of it along the wall. Takes a bump but still hangs on to the puck. Just a little too much contact and couldn't hang on to the puck. Here's a short pass to McDavid. What a steal in his own end. Gains the zone through the middle. And that pass is redirected. The Oilers take possession in the defensive end. Looking for space inside the D zone. Here's an off-man rush. And that goes off, pours off a body. Takes the feed at the back end. Puck grab by Dellandrea. Vanacek's got the puck and he's going to hang on. Late goings of this period, it's 2-1. And momentum on their side as they win the draw here inside the offensive zone. Scores! And we are tied. New game here, Pounder.
Oh, yeah, it's a new game, James. But I really like the pushback to get the equalizer. And now it's what they do with that momentum. This next shift is critical. Well, he does a great job of getting to position, net front, James, and then with a quick flick of the wrist, he buries it.
Play ready to resume as everybody lines in for the face-off. The Sharks win possession here in the open ice. Delayed penalty coming up here by the official. There's the whistle, and here's the call.
Listen, it's a tight game. It's late in the period. You've taken a penalty. Now you got to stay in the present, stay in the moment, kill it off, and then you can reset in the intermission.
San Jose's man advantage unit will take to the ice for the first time tonight. The Sharks win the draw. Now let's see what they can do with it. Big time stop there. Slides it across.
Wow!
Scores the go-ahead goal on the power play.
And specialty teams are critical, and this is exactly why you have the opportunity to change the momentum in the game, and you do it with an executed power play. One defensive breakdown just leads to another and a huge opportunity for the opposing team, and it winds up in the back of your net.
The Sharks take the 1-goal lead here in the first.
And if I'm the coach, I'm telling them to keep going, be aggressive, stay on the puck, especially after you score a goal-head goal. You got them back on their heels. You got to attack.
San Jose's won the draw, and they take possession here in the open ice. And down he goes as the puck goes free. From a time ticking away, and he comes up big. First 20 minutes of play is in the books. Both teams get a chance to refresh and reset. We'll be back with second period action in no time.
Did you know that season ticket holders get special discounts and access to insider information? Check our website for details.
Period number 2 set to go here. Officials moments away from dropping the puck. The second stanza is underway as the puck is dropped. Let's go.
Well, you can't worry about what happened in the game, James. It's all about what you do now. Staying in the present. That's exactly what they've done, and they've got the equalizer. Well, this is a goal scorer's goal. I mean, extreme patience to get the goaltender to bite and then to outweight the pad and slide it in at the post.
Edmonton's been right there with them all night long, and look at this, we've got the equalizing goal.
Yeah, that counter punch was something, James. To be able to get the equalizer, you can see the excitement on the bench. That's going to provide a lot of energy in the second period.
Nice job tying up his opponent. Gets the full use of his stick on the poke check, and he slides it quickly to Toffoli. And he takes the feed. Shot! And that goes off a player. Quick pass over to Bouchard. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Hyman. Through the middle of the ice, they enter the attacking zone. Sends the pass down low. Grabs the puck. Slides it diagonally to Ferraro. Puck picked up by Lilgren. Oh, he got all of that against the boards. Stops him with a glove. Lots of time left in this period. It's all tied up. Play resumes as they win the draw here inside the offensive zone. Way too much congestion blocks that. Backhander in front. So we take a drive to clutch city as they take the lead.
Well, the lead is in their hands, and now it's about building off of that. Good shift management, dictating pace, controlling the offensive zone. Everything now, it's on the line. Well, the backhander's going to beat the goaltender on this one, James, but what I love about it is the effort to get to that area, that low slot area. You know you're going to have to pay the price. You're going to have to fight for position. He does all of it, and he gets rewarded.
Edmonton's push here in the second is paying off as they now lead by 1.
Well, you can certainly see the energy shift in the bench and the coaching staff talking to the team about continuing to push, keep the pedal to the metal here. While you have your opponent down, you got to attack.
Gets the puck in deep. The Oilers have it behind the net. Dishes it to Perry. Quick feed to Draisaitl. Sends it over to Skinner. The Sharks get a hold of the puck in their own end. And that's intercepted by Draisaitl. Picked up along the boards by Perry. Came up with the save on that play. The Oilers lead here in the second period, and they have been the more active team offensively. Draisaitl's won the draw, and they're on the attack. Still has possession. With possession along the wall. Love save and just enough of it.
Well, the shooter's going to run out of real estate because he does a great job of getting out at top of the crease and taking away all the room. When you make yourself as big as possible, there's less holes in the net.
And the puck stopper hangs on to get a breather here for the team. Nearing the midway mark of the period, Edmonton's got a 1-goal lead. And from off the wing, he comes up with it with both centers scrummed up. And a great save! Puck knocked loose after that hit. And he takes the dish. Good reach for the stick to knock the puck away. Here we go, puck's in deep. Sends a pass over. The Sharks cross the line and gain the zone. Oh, just goes off his glove and it stays out. Edmonton's got it along the wall. Fires it into the offensive zone. A spirited battle along the boards for the puck. Puck gets loose. We'll get some flow again here. That knocks him off the puck. The Sharks have it now. Into the offensive zone. And skilled use of the stick to poke the puck away. Can't get a hold of that pass. Moves the puck across to Nugent Hopkins. Went for the dirty dangle and it goes sideways.
Well, he's got such a slick set of hands. He's trying to manipulate his opponent one by one, but he tries one too many, James, and he loses the puck.
The Oilers continue to lead in the second. They have been the busier team in the shot department, and as a result, they lead. San Jose's won it. Now they'll go on the attack. Oh, what a big-time stop by Skinner.
Well, this is such a quick shot that comes from the slot that you have to have good reflexes to be able to make that glove save.
Officials getting ready to drop the puck to get play back underway. Offense's zone face-off, and he wins the draw. Huge hit on the play. Stopped by the goaltender. Oh, and it's a chance on the rush here. Across the line. Sends it across. Makes the save. Oh, how did that stay out? The Sharks are in transition. Sends it into the offensive zone. Scooped up along the wall by Arvidsson. And now he angles it across to McDavid. A little dipsy doodle and he loses possession of the puck.
Oh, I know what he was trying to do there, James. He thought he had it with that move, but he created some space for himself, but unfortunately loses the handle and it dies on his stick.
Edmonton's got possession of the puck. The Oilers take it along the wing. Moves it to the middle, and that's intercepted. Slides the puck ahead into the neutral zone. And a nice takeaway in the defensive end by Kapanen. All alone! Oh, beautiful save on the play!
And you gotta love these one-on-one battles. In particular, the goaltender, so aggressive, tracks the puck and makes the save.
And he takes the pass and puts it anywhere but the way he wanted it to go.
Coaches often measure scoring chances, and he does a real good job to get to that spot, but he will be disappointed. It's so difficult to get to.
Makes the save!
Oh, and this is a great save, James. The goaltender gets to the top of his crease, makes himself look huge, and is extremely aggressive to be able to make that stop.
Here in the later stages of this period, the Oilers lead it 4-3. Play resumes here as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Oh, what an effort as he lays out for the block. Looking to set up offensively. Passes it over. Blocked in front. Slides it across to Perry. Takes a hit. He goes down to the ice and coughs up the puck. Takes the feed. Here's a shot. That goes off the post and stays out. Edmonton's been the better team tonight, and they lead as a result late in the second. Nugent-Hopkins wins the draw on their own end. Edmonton's got it in their own zone. That's a good heads-up play at center ice. To the low slot. Makes the save with the glove. The Sharks get a hold of the puck along the boards. Oh, another great save right there. Now a quick pass to Janmark. Great poke check on the reach. San Jose's trying to make something happen in the offensive zone. Moves it to Ekholm. Feeds it over to Janmark. He carries the puck up along the wing. Long reach breaks up the momentum. Along the boards, they battle for the puck. Great defensive effort with the stick. San Jose's got the puck. Quick feed to Wolman. Oh, and they go back on offense. There's the whistle stopping the play and allow him to get off the ice, and they're going to go. And ring the bell, it's over.
Well, that was just a perfectly executed final punch, James. The Sharks playing very aggressive. That fight right there just showing that they're sending a message, trying to gain some energy, silence the crowd, and really dictate the play.
Well, this game has new life breathed into this building tonight after what we just saw moments ago, but we still got a game to play. San Jose's got the win off that draw. Here's a shot! Denies him! He got all of it! And does it again!
Beauty save back there. He's really owning his crease.
The Oilers continue to put lots of pucks on net here, and they lead it late in the second. McDavid's won the face-off here in the offensive zone. Dishes it off. Oh, how did he keep it out? What a blocker stop by Vanacek. And there's the horn, bringing the second period to an end. All right, they say 3 is the magic number. Period number 3 is coming up next.
Hey fans, now is the time to pick up your team calendars. You can pick them up at kiosk 144 on the lower level.
The Sharks are going to need to find a way to manipulate their roster construction here as they're down a player now. That's a tough loss. They're going to have to figure out a way to manage it.
Thanks for that update, Cheryl, and you're right, a tough loss indeed. And they keep the pressure on. Moves it quickly over to Toffoli. Edmonton's got the puck inside the defensive zone. Looks to set up at the point now. Redirected off one of his own line mates there. Still keeps a hold of the puck. Here's a chance.
Love the pressure on this shift, really dictating pace. They're like a wave of momentum, and they're tough to contain.
Jostled off the puck. Arvidsson's crossed the line and is on the attack now. Receives the pass. Moves it around along the half wall. Nice bank pass off the boards.
Well, a timely save, and it comes with net front presence and tons of traffic in front, James. I'm not sure how he finds this puck, but he's dialed in, he's focused, and he makes the save.
Edmonton's outplayed the opposition tonight, particularly offensively, as they lead it early in this third period. And off the draw, they win possession. Quick pass to Perry. Great use of the twig as he pokes that one away. Picked up along the wall by Perry. Here's a pass in front. Oh, and he whiffs on it. Takes a spill onto the ice and loses the puck. Oh, it stays out as it goes off the inside of the post.
The Oilers have to find some puck luck here, James. They've been all around the net. Yes, they have the lead, but they've been railing off the post. How many have they hit?
Edmonton's got a hold of the puck. On the attack along the boards. Works it across to Klingberg. Oh, you might call that friendly fire as it goes off one of his teammates. Handles the puck at the point. What a stop! The Oilers scoop it up along the boards. Stopped by the goaltender, getting a piece of that one.
Well, goaltenders are the last line of defense for a reason, and this time, he bails his team out.
Now lining up here for the face-off after a great shift there, Cheryl.
Yeah, in the offensive zone, they have all the momentum. Would be surprised to see a little stall at the face-off here to give their goaltender a little extra breather because he has been under siege, and you can see it on his face. He needs some rest.
Sturm's got it along the wing. The Oilers have the puck now. Trying to shake loose. He's in all alone. Oh, what a save! Kunin's moving the puck through his own zone. Here we go, odd man rush here. Scores! And the scratching and clawing has paid off as we are back to even.
Well, we're back to evens, James, and I really like their game. I mean, when you're pushing and you're trying to find a way to get ahead and on top, you have to trust the process. That's exactly what they've done, and they've been rewarded for it. Well, these are the types of plays in a game that you don't get often, so you have to make good on them, and they do exactly that, James. They utilize the space they're given, they have the numbers, and they make their opponent pay.
The Sharks get exactly what they were looking for. A tying goal, and look at this, where we are now in the third.
They're back in this game, James. They've shifted the momentum, but it's their urgency. They've been all over the puck. Their first few strides have been hard, and you can tell they want this one.
Shot! Oh, it stayed out! It stayed out! What a save!
Well, that's all Will, and this is going to elevate his team, no question about it, James. I mean, it was all but in, and then he comes from nowhere to make that save.
San Jose's in on the offensive attack now.
Not trying to take your job, James, but I have to mention that big hit. Wow, that was a ringer.
Down the left wing, they gain the zone. A little dipsy doodle, and he loses possession of the puck.
Kapanen's so difficult to stop in tight, and he's got magic hands. But
Off the post! And a great save!
you have to be quick in your crease if you want to be able to deny low zone shots. He does that perfectly as he's tight to the shooter right there.
Getting closer to the halfway point of this frame. We got a tie game. San Jose's got it, and they're on the attack. Oh, what a save in front! There's the whistle as the puck stopper elects to hang on. Official signals for the players to get into position, and we're about ready to drop the puck. San Jose's won the draw and they'll go to work. Takes a shot, and he makes a save there. Past the midway mark in this period, the next goal could be a big one as we are tied. The Oilers win the draw here in their own end. Takes the pass. Here's a pass in front. Can't connect the play. Down the left wing and into the offensive zone. And just got a piece of it to keep it out. The Oilers gain possession along the wall. Tries to feed it over to Hyman. The Sharks will play it in their own end. Here we go, odd man rush. A little bump and grind, but still hangs on to the puck. The Sharks have it behind the cage. Takes the feed at the point. Comes up with the block. The Sharks gain control of the puck against the wall. And that won't go as it hits one of his own teammates in front. Here's a short pass to Arvidsson. The Oilers move it ahead. San Jose's got the puck along the boards. Solid hit on that play. And now it's over to Grundstrom. Can't stay on his feet after that hit. Draisaitl's got it in the defensive end. Puck moved over to Perry. Gains the zone from the right side. Good heads-up defensive play as he extends the stick. Broken up with the stick in the defensive end. Oh, denied on the play! Wow!
That's a true competitor's save. Just when you think that he's completely out of it, James, he comes across with a desperation save to keep his team alive.
And a solid stop on the play there. Good heads-up play in the defensive zone. And now it's grabbed by Sturm. Tries to feed it across. Oh, great little takeaway at center. My goodness, the pressure really building here in the offensive end. From behind the cage. There's a collision. Takes the feed. The Sharks move it in. From the right side and up the middle. Rocks him. Quick feed to Kapanen. Dishes it to Henrique. Edmonton's on the attack. And he slides it quickly to Wenberg. Cuts into the paint. Big time stop. Battle along the boards. The Oilers will play it from the defensive zone. Into the offensive end, right up the middle. Oh, what a save with the glove by Vanacek. Just here in the late stages of this frame, we are all tied up in this one. Under a minute to go here in regulation time. Too many bodies in the way. The Sharks take it along the wall. Puck dumped in. The Oilers gain control of the puck. Moves it to Draisaitl. Oh, love the defensive stick work there to poke that one away. Goodrow's going to play it to the corner. Handles the puck. Moves it quickly over to Ferraro. Great save by the goaltender who was in the right place at the right time. San Jose's got the puck in their own end. They put the puck into the offensive end. Bumped off the puck. And he's got that one. And there's a power play opportunity coming up here. Takes a shot. Oh, he needed to make that save with time winding down. There you go, 3 periods down and still no winner. So we go to overtime. It's sudden death. Be cool. Don't be a fool and go anywhere. It's coming up next.
Stay warm in the stylish with our specially priced item tonight. Our game team starts priced at just $10.
The Oilers with a 4-on-3 power play, and they've got plenty of time to go to work.
Power play in overtime. You know the players, the heart rate is elevated. They're on their toes. Coach's responsibility to settle them down, remind them of their systems so they can get out on the ice and execute.
Feeds it over. Oh, and right there. And we got a delayed penalty coming up here. Puck scooped up by Woolman. Whistle blown, stopping the play.
Well, the coach didn't feel this was warranted. It wasn't egregious enough during overtime to call it, but it is a penalty. This is an urgent kill.
And a chance for a little 3-on-3 as both teams step inside the face-off circle.
I wish I played 3-on-3 back in the day, James. So much fun with so much ice available. A reason why coaches put their fastest players out there. But man, you have to be aware of your shot selection, because if it goes the other way, you know that you've given up a huge opportunity.
Slides it across! And that's off target as it hits a body. Streaking through center, they go on the attack.
10 seconds left.
The Sharks have it against the wall. Their man's now out of the box, and they'll take advantage on the power play. Grabbed along the boards by Draisaitl. Good hit on the play.
10 seconds left.
Taken by Wenberg. And now he moves it quickly to Ferraro. Power play expires, and what a blown opportunity here in overtime.
Well, James, I'm not sure if the emotion got the better of them with that power play unit, but it's overtime. You got to find a way to be urgent, drive the paint. That was not acceptable.
This is a face-off they'll definitely want to win here inside the offensive zone. Off the face-off, they take the puck. The Oilers move the puck in the defensive zone. He's got a chance to win it here! Oh, makes the save and will continue on!
Oh, you can just feel the adrenaline pumping with an opportunity like that. And this is where you earn your contract. You have to cash in.
And we're moments away from getting back underway here with the puck drop. Puck grabbed by Liljegren. And now it's grabbed by Hyman. A spirited battle along the boards for the puck. And that nullifies that threat for the moment. He can end it here! Stopped and will play on!
Oh, he's so frustrated at that. He wanted to be the hero and convert in overtime, James. Instead, you see the frustration on him.
A big draw looming here in the offensive zone. Henriques won the draw and is up. There it is! They scored, win it in overtime! I'll tell you what, this squad came to play tonight.
Well, there's not much time here before the goaltender's eyes are taken away, James, and he drops into that butterfly position. All you want to do when you can't see the puck is make yourself as big as possible, but this one has seeing eyes through traffic and finds the back of the net.
And that'll do it from this one here tonight for all of us at EA Sports. I'm James Cebulski. Good night.